Yo, we pulling with Space right now. I'm at a local barbershop I go to every time. I don't go to nobody else with my dog been since high school. Been about, what, 12, 15 years now. Yeah, at least 12 years now. But we are in the cut barbershop off Atlantic, Coral Springs, Broward. Everything's so folks. You already know. Yo, Red, what's yours again, man? So they know who you are.
Underground Stylist. NDA. Underground Stylist.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link to the cut barbershop down below on the side. Oh yeah, we pulling in with that whole world. Long time homie of mine. Pulling basically the content for my project Wings of Weed. Give you a little backstory to who I am. Give you to what y'all don't know who I am yet. Feel me? Still a up and coming artist. So just doing a little Q&A for y'all.
So throughout your projects you put out so far, Cloud of Space, Self-Reflection, and Family Tribe. What would you say your greatest strengths and weaknesses in each one?
The greatest strength throughout all my projects that you can see the growth each one. Like through Cloud of Space, you can see the rawness of it. Like just starting out music, he doesn't know where he's going yet. Like, is he a rapper? Is he trying to sing? Like, is he a smoker rapper? What kind of vibes is he getting? What kind of content is he gonna give you? Through self-reflection, you see the vulnerability of what I can give. Not everybody can be vulnerable with their music nowadays. You always see people trying to follow each other to just see what pops. You feel me? I wasn't trying to give that. I was trying to give you a little vulnerable side of myself that I probably want to share with you. And then the Family Tribe, that's just me starting to be loose with it, you know? I'm with my brother, my cousin, like that type of comfortability, you can be yourself, you know? So definitely you can see the growth throughout both all projects is my strength. My weaknesses is I guess lack of visuals, lack of promotion of it. I wasn't as people don't know I make music basically. He was like, "Oh, you make music? I didn't know that." Like, so basically, I wasn't marketing myself properly. Definitely a weakness.
So music's constantly changing. You know, some people they more gravitate towards more lyrical. Some people listen just for like the beat. Do you ever feel like the need to change your style to match what's hot, or do you take a little bit of what's going on now and implement? What's your view on that?
I definitely like what's going on, but I don't like to veer away from who I am, crazy or like what I like to do with music. I don't try to conform to what's hot right now, I would say. But I definitely try to make sure it's new. It's not sounding the same as what I used to say. That's the best part about it. You gotta make sure the production always better than your last.
So you speak on your family and your close friends in every project you put out so far. Is there a limit on how far your vulnerability goes on speaking on personal matters or people close to you?
Yeah, there's definitely a limit because we have to perform these tracks for people. So let's say it's something too personal. Like for me personally, there's multiple verses I wrote that like I'll probably get choked up trying to say it because thinking about it, like you got to relive that shit while you rapping. So it's like probably too personal, like you like damn, I don't even share it yet. Like it's still that wound is still probably fresh, you know. So yeah, there's definitely a limit to the vulnerability. But once I feel comfortable to express it, that's gonna be timeless music at that point for me. That's gonna be real.
So how did the name Space come to you? Like where does that come from?
Space. I comes from. It's gonna be a little ironic, but in high school after I graduated, I had this Michael Jordan poster, and he was jumping over the moon with some Jordan 3s on, and the top of it said space. And I was just at the point of like just freestyling a lot, listening to beats, just like do I just having fun with it. Like I don't know if I want to be a rapper yet. After high school, don't know what I'm doing. Didn't even apply to any colleges, so that's where the name came from. But the meaning of space needs to follow your path, follow your journey. Everybody has a true path in life, and you can tell when you veer away from it. Like you know when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing with yourself. Like people work day-to-day jobs, but they have a true path what they really want to do with themselves. But you gotta just stay on that path, that true north. That's why that star at the end of my name is that North Star. So it's following true north.
She's pure as New York snow. And who would you say you make music for? Like when you think of the people who listen to music, what do they look like? What are they doing? Like who would you say you make music for?
I say I make music for definitely like I want to say old people can like I want to say older. I say older people can veer to my music too because it's real. But who I wonder with say I make it for is people like myself, like the new generation, the 20 to 30-year-old, you know, just figuring out who they are. You feel me? Man or woman, like it's all about finding out who you are at that point. Like I don't make music for like just niggas that smoke weed. You feel me? There's people that smoke weed that's not hood niggas, you feel me, that just smoke weed and listen to rap music just like us. All different types of ethnicity, you feel me? So I say definitely for the younger generation.
So in one of your songs, you rhyme about shifting your dreams of being a basketball player to a rapper. What gave you purpose or influenced you to choose this profession instead of anything else?
Growing up, I idolized like niggas like Spike Lee, probably like Wesley Snipes. I got heavy on the films. Denzel Washington, like I was watching HBO like crazy as a kid. So I used to laugh at niggas that want to be rappers. To be honest, I was like, nigga, you want to rap? Like, like 13, 14-year-old. Shit was hilarious. But I think music chose me after high school. I knew at a point where you know when you're not doing something like that's gonna be forever in your life. But playing basketball, that was it. Like I knew that was gonna be forever at that point. So I just fell in love with this shit. I would envision what I'm rhyming about. So the envision will like play as a screen in my head, like a little movie. I'm just scripting it out through rhymes and shit. So that's why I went to school for film, so I could put like what I'm rhyming about on fiction. But what I learned through that is that there's different outlets of film that you can do. So it's not always a camera operator or editor or script writer. There's different outlets that you can choose. Like certainly with music as well. You can be a producer, you can be a mixer, be a manager. Like, but as far as me putting what I can put out to paper, it'd be script writer and rapper. Easy. Like those are two and two I can just put out. I'm not gonna be a camera operator. I'm probably not gonna be the best at that. I'm not gonna be the best editor, but I know I can be the best script writer. That's where it comes from. It's penmanship.
So, like, describe the moment where you knew, like, okay, this is for me. I'm an artist. Like, this is what I'm going with. Like, what was that moment?
It was on Clouded Space. Nowhere. Song Nowhere. I felt like I crafted my first song. Like, hear it back, I'm like, yo, I made a actual song. I can picture this shit. Like, alright, I can picture myself as doing this shit. It's probably immature and raw at this point. Like, niggas probably like, yeah, it's alright, but I see potential in it. I see myself as an artist. Like, that's what I figured out. I'm an artist.
Have you ever had a moment where you kind of just felt like giving up on the dream or switching to something else?
Yeah. Um, it was after making self-reflection. Like, self-reflection was a very emotional, vulnerable, like, point of my life. Like, that's why, that's probably one of my, like, heartfelt problems. Oh, that shit is close to my heart. Even though it's not the best produced or mixed, like, the rhymes on there are genuine and they're real. So, yeah, after I made that project, I felt like even if I am good, maybe I'm not good enough, you know?
And you don't seem to have a big social media presence pertaining to your music career. Is there a reason why you moved this way, or?
Yeah, I see how people move on social media, and it's very, you can see how people follow each other and how they present themselves. Like, you see one artist do this, they probably, another artist will follow in the same footsteps just because they in a community of each other, you know? That's where I love community, but it's when you click base yourself and you don't stand out as an individual. You don't, like, I've never been a person to follow off what other people are doing, especially on social media. Like, that's a man-made site. Like, I'd rather stand out and do my shit differently. Like, I may not be posting every time, but when I do post, it's gonna stand out. You're gonna know you see it.
And so, what does success look like for music and you? Is it obviously money? Everyone does it to make a living, or is it like a following, a certain level of influence? Like, what does success mean to you in music?
Success for me is with music. I'm being able to live substantially financially off music. I'm not doing jobs. I'm living off what I create. And that's what looks success. And beyond that, we'll be doing for others, close friends, family, like whatever I can. That's success. Like, the accolades of being a famous person, I care less. As long as I have enough money to financially take care of my family and close ones, I'm successful. And along with the influence of fan following, I will always love to give my fans, like, growth of myself. Like, of course, the fans want you to be at the top of the game, but it's a sport like any other. You feel me? You gotta acknowledge who's up top at the moment, but when your time comes, your time comes. And fans grow. The day ones will be there. Like, I've been with him since 10 years ago. Y'all just now on him. You feel me? Like, people just now know about Curtis since time. Like, yeah, what you talking about? Curtis been popping for 10 years plus. Crazy.
And so, like, a lot of artists have like a complex way they go about making music. Some need like a certain vibe in the studio. Others need time to like sit and write and think. Need a lot of silence. Like, explain your process.
My process changes. My process changes a lot. When I was making Clouded Space, I was in Orlando half the time, riding on the bus, just riding up in my room. But there's always one thing about it that stays the same. I need complete, like, solidarity and space to myself. Not around anybody. Just, I may be on the bus on the way to work, or just at the mall, just sitting, listening with my headphones in. Just like, I just need space. Like, and it's kind of funny how that plays a part in my name, but I can't ride around folks. I can't write it in the studio like right there when I hear a beat. I gotta take the beat home and sit with it, wait. But I will say the beat always speaks to me. Like I always get a few words that pop up in my head as a hook, or like I go into a verse when I start the verse, whatever, or the way I may end it, or like there's a snare that I just hear. What's it called? An ad lib on, like just an ad lib, not even a hook. Just that here, ad lib. Now just keep that beat that build around you. I'm always gonna be making music, but the other part of rap would be Spvce films. It was the like two loves of the same story, so to speak. Like it's still writing, but it's a different type of writing. Like I'll probably be writing for Childish Gambino at 18, or there's an 18 films or something, or like writing for Spike Lee, or just another love of the same story. In college, I made this project called Crossover Films, where different forms of entertainment cross over to each other all the time. And she loved it. She gave me an A for it. Like, see, rappers want to be basketball players want to be rappers, actors want to get into music. Like, they always cross into each other. See Tupac doing movies in the 90s. You see Shaq doing movies. You feel me? You see Jay-Z writing movies. What was it called? South. State property and shit. All these rappers making movies and shit. Like, entertainment bleeds into each other, and that's what makes it a lot better. The growth.
Do you ever feel the pressure to produce, or like to consistently put out music, or you kind of just move at your own pace?
I try to move at my own pace. Like, music is life itself, and if not living, what are you gonna write about? The same shit you just wrote about in your last project. So I gotta move at my own pace when I make music. But I always keep the pen sharp by just making like throwaway tracks, you feel me? Or like shit I may not even record, just write out. Just so your pen is already sharp, you know? Or just freestyle sometimes. Like I just get around the homie, play some beats, we just start freestyling dumb shit throughout the week. It is just funny. He just high as hell, just freestyling at the homie. Like not even having fun with shit.
So at times artists struggle with like their creative vision, or like they go through a writer's block. When you have those times, like how do you get through it? Like what do you need to get through it?
Writing blog. You can't think about writing blog. You can't. Like when you're going through a writing blog, you can't think about it. You just gotta do something else. Like I'm playing basketball, I'm be on my fitness shit. You gotta find other little. You gonna be on your game and shit. You gotta find like what's the word? Not, there was like right there, like little shit you do like outside of music. Yeah. Like you may love to do. Yeah, like basketball, songs to the gym, like other shit you make love to do. It's focusing on that. Then you probably work yourself out there around the blog. Usually works for me, I know. Like, I know they play who. You know what I mean? The whole actually cooking too. Like weirdly enough, cooking. Taking mind off of things. Yeah, gets my mind off things, like the dicing up some vegetables, like it's weird. Marinating meat, bro. Like satellite, bro, it's weird. You marinate something the wrong way, there's a whole different taste here.
So like how much you think you've grown since like your first project, or like even since your last project?
I feel like I'm finally where I want to be, where I can say, all right, this is me, this is my personality, this comes from my music, this is space. And that's what I've been trying to find through outer space, self-reflection, even family tribe. Like, I've been trying to find this point in my life where, all right, where is you gonna find me, my music? And this is it. Like you get my flair, you get my personality. You always gonna get my vulnerability, introspective. That's always gonna be me. And with the smoking too, like I'm always gonna be smoking weed. Like, that space. But at the same time, you always want to grow. You don't want to stay the same as what you were in the past. So it's gonna be a long journey. Looking forward to it.
And like, what advice would you give to somebody who just started music or wants to be a rapper?
Don't follow. Don't follow yourself. Be original. Don't follow nobody. You may like other artists. I love Currency. I love J. Cole. I love Kendrick. I love these niggas. I listen to them before I was even thought about being a rapper. But when it comes down to it, people know when you're trying to be somebody else that you're not. When you start being yourself with your music, like, all right, this is me. This is stage. You feel me? You're not trying to be somebody.
Was there anybody that like influenced you, whether it be like a different artist or a friend or a family member, like who influencing your life, like who was giving you like ideas for music, or who kept you going, like
Influences. My family influenced me a lot. Like they keep me going to make. They keep me going to make music. Like just the genuine love of them. That's influenced a lot of my music. That's why I always incorporate them in somehow in my music. I feel like I don't even do it like intentionally. Sometimes it's just got a whole family there. You know, doing this. So that influenced me. Like it gives a vibe. I mean, but outside that, I'll say currency. Currency, currency has always been like an underrated king to me. Like I noticed it when I first listening to him. Like a lot of niggas love Lil Wayne, a lot of niggas love Kendrick, J. Cole, if you feel me, Drake, the top hitters in the music industry. But to be honest, Currency's still in my top five. Or like you always put the Cole, Kendrick, Jay, the Nas, Landry, but his Currency on my first. He could like as long as he being comfortable where he came from, then he could substantially take care of his family and still have his own independence, still have financially what he wanted set out beginning to end to now present, like success. Like, he doesn't need a Grammy. Bro, I got a fan base. I'm cool, and I got niggas wearing Jet Life. They show up to my shows like I don't need nothing. You feel me? So that's a major influence for me. Like I know it's like saying like, all right, now I know I can do it myself. Ellie Dollar too, like he does it himself, like Dios, did it ourselves, like he came from Jet Life himself and now he's doing his own shit. He told me they love him now in Japan, like that's hella inspirational.
So, what would you say is like your favorite song right now, and like why? Like, was it the process? Was it like the content? Like, what would you say is your favorite song right now? Of yourself.
Of myself.
Yeah.
That's out right now that you can go stream. Oh man, that's a good question. Hands down. Oh man.
I like Before the Clouds.
Before the Clouds.
That's something that's gonna get a lot of play with me, yeah, for sure.
I like that one too. I like that one too. I was gonna say Free Your Mind, but I love the way I attack Free on Family Tribe. Free is probably one of my hardest.
Got some bangers too.
One of my hardest verses is Free out right now on Family Tribe. My hardest verse, like it's just the way I approached it. I was like, shit. Felt like I was like, man, this is it. This is when I turned that corner into being somebody. Space is like I left.
So
Yeah.
talk about Wings and Weed, like where'd the name come from, like where was that influenced by, or
The lady that do my hair, I know her since high school. I don't go to nobody else. You know what food I've been going to? I've been doing the wings testing, just trying out new wings places I've never been to before. That's in the community. And I've been shopping with all these white-owned places, Popeyes, KFC. Like, I need to feed my own community more. But that's what Wings and Weed is mostly about. Even with the weed we buy, like, this nigga still sitting in jail. We buying weed off pharmacy that getting shit taxed off the government. And they getting paid for the same shit. That bro down the street just got a couple months. You feel me? Like this shit is backwards, dog. We buy cookies from Burner. And shout out to Burner, but I still haven't bought nothing from Burner because I'm still shopping with the homies, bro. You feel me? I smoke weed a lot. You feel me? But wings and weed, bro. I say the community. Free shit.
what would you say you like to do outside of music?
Outside of music, I love going to a basketball game. You seen the Timberwolves jersey. I'm getting an Anthony Edwards jersey. I love going to basketball games. I gotta catch one with my dog Devin Cole, man. It's been a minute since I think the last one was Brandon Jennings, or we went to
We seen Brandon Knight, I think.
Brandon Knight.
Brandon
Yeah.
Knight.
Shit. Yeah, we gotta catch the game.
Yeah, we gotta catch it. It's been
The
a
next one I'm going to is actually Wednesday. We going to that advanced game. Yeah, I gotta see that white boy do this look of magic. I gotta see this white boy do this look of magic. But yeah, I need to start traveling more. I haven't traveled outside of Florida a lot. Like I've never been to Cali or New York, so that's one thing I love to do is travel more outside of going to basketball.
Bro, like once you start traveling, like, bro, like it changed your perspective on everything. Like, not only like, bro, like when you go out of state and like hear like what their music's like, and like you may even get influenced by like a sound you might have heard in Indiana or something like that.
Yeah.
And you be like, oh, okay, I don't know any rappers in this state who are big or anything, so like this region of the country, you feel me, hasn't touched the world yet, or like no one really knows about it. Like, all right, I'm gonna bring it to light. Like, kind of like how Yachty's like bringing Michigan to light more. Like, you know,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
even like people going out of the country, like traveling is important, bro.
Yeah, I gotta see something else besides Florida.
Exactly. It make you appreciate what you have here too. Like,
Yeah.
certain places you go. Like I went to St. Martin, bro. Like when I went there, like everybody moves so slowly. Like no one's in a rush. Like, like, bro, everything was just like I didn't see no police. Like I didn't see nobody in an argument on the side of the road. Like everyone was just happy, bro. Water was blue, the sky was blue. Like,
Bro,
it was so beautiful, bro. Like I wanted to stay there, bro. Like,
bro, living in a screensaver type shit.
Nah, for real, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, bro. And it's like, you know, like when you hear like you're so concerned, like, oh, let me lock my door, like let me check my pockets,
Right.
Like this dude looked kind of crazy when I walked by him. Let me be safe. Like I didn't get those vibes anywhere I went there, bro. Honestly, honestly, like
St. Martin?
yeah, St.
Yeah,
Martin.
I
That shit was beautiful, bro.
I gotta check that shit out. Definitely gotta get out.
Nah, for real. That just built your network. You feel me?
Yeah. It did.
That built your network. Next thing you know, like it'll be crazy. Like next thing you know, your music it'll touch somewhere you're not expecting it to. Like
Yeah.
like it'll touch overseas probably before you feel me. Like certain areas here, you'll be surprised. Like
Actually, Ray was saying the same shit. He said his plays is going up in Japan for some reason.
next thing you know, you booking for a show in Japan. You like what? Like they want to see me in Japan. Like that's really how it's really crazy like that.
Like shit, you ain't lying about that.
Like it's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy how like at times like you'll blow up outside of your area, or like when you blow up with people that like don't necessarily know you personally, so they don't feel like an obligation to like, oh, this is my friend. I have to listen to his music. Or it's like, oh, I like this music. I'm genuinely just listening to it because I like the song.
Exactly. So it's more genuine, it's more natural, it's more like I like his style. Not
Yeah.
just I'm gonna listen to it because I have a relationship with him outside of me type of shit. So yeah, you are right about that. It's a whole different feel to it. I ain't gonna lie, I've met a lot of people outside just in Broward alone, like I'm just meeting and be like that still listen to my shit.
Yeah.
Like it's genuine as hell. So
Like, what does that feel like to you? Like when someone just like they genuinely know your music, like they could like recite a lyric. Like what does that feel like?
well, it's it's a great feeling. I ain't gonna lie, it's a great feeling. It's genuine because I mean like that lyric sat so well with them that what I felt they felt the same shit. That's where like I'm connecting with people outside. I don't even know, just off me just expressing myself. Shit is crazy. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
That's like like, and it's simple like that. Sometimes like people's love for music is simple like that. Like the way I consume music is just like you can say one line that I really liked in the whole song, and I'm gonna download it just to hear that one line.
Yeah.
It could be 2 minutes into the song. I'll be like, yo, wait for this part. Listen to this part.
Shit.
You know?
Because I'm the same way with music sometimes. Like, I may not like the whole album, but just one song hits so hard, I'm gonna like it and then going on my like track. I'm gonna probably just scroll through my like list to find that song, play it in the car while I drive.
Well, he said I can smoke my house out if I want. Like I felt that. I was like, I gotta run that back.
Oh shit!
You feel me? Like,
I love that. Love
you
that.
feel me? And it's funny because like you consider that being vulnerable, but like that's real shit. A lot of niggas feel like that, so it's just like it's important to hear that. Like just like even if it's a line, bro, like little shit like that. That's like to me, like the way I listen to music, like that's important to me.
I appreciate that, man. Cause it's a little thing like that catch me too in music. Like that's why that means a lot. You feel me? That means a lot. Trust me. And another thing is like when like making music, the first it's like I don't want to be giving niggas like clues to how I make my music. Like this how you tax and shit. Like the first few lines always gotta be hot. Always gotta be hot. Like no matter what it is, like those first few lines, whether it's a hook, verse, those first few lines gotta be hot. It gotta be catchy. You gotta grab.
I mean, they were telling us since we was like we learned how to write, as kids. They're like, you need that first paragraph or the first few sentences got to be like, you feel me, like like the eye grabber, ear catcher.
Cause if it don't, you just be like, it's kind of mid.
Yeah, and like the attention span is like getting lower and lower. Like I feel like as the years go by, so it's just like you don't catch somebody even with like the name of the song or it's in the first couple seconds or just by the first beat drop, like. Sometimes that's all you got to think about. Like, make the first minute high, and everything else we could figure out.
Hell yeah. Shit, even run it back within like 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah, they love it.
You gotta be a little quicker than that.
So no, man. I'm good with ball. Shit. I was like, what the hell is that? I don't know why. I in the cut, owned by the homie Bobby. Day one homie. We support our own black owned community. The whole world been doing the content. Got to go side to the getter. You feel me? Get some merch. Space Age merch is coming to AXG merch. Wings and Weed, you already know. Day in the Life, part 1, part 2 coming soon. Thank you. Showing up. Feel me?